My dear brothers and sisters, I want to begin today's khutbah by sharing a story. This is the story of a husband and wife, and they have gone out for dinner, and they're celebrating a very happy moment. It is the second trimester of his wife's pregnancy, and she's approximately 23 weeks pregnant. And as they're out for dinner, the wife starts to feel some pain inside of her stomach. So she thinks maybe there was just something wrong with the food, and she doesn't pay too much attention to it. As the night progresses, the couple proceeds home. And as they're getting ready for bed, the pain in the woman's stomach, it becomes sharper and sharper, till she can no longer bear the pain. So she tells her husband, "My dear husband, please take me to the hospital. This pain is unbearable." And they go to the hospital, and the doctors start to do their checkups, and the doctors tell the wife that she is now going into labor. The wife, surprised and shocked, she says, "How is this possible? The baby's too young to be born. It's only 23 weeks old." And the doctors tell her that, "Look, we'll try our best to delay the pregnancy as much as we can, but you have to be ready to deliver this baby very soon." And it was from the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that they were able to delay the delivery for 4 days. And 4 days later, this beautiful, tiny little baby was born into this world. And one of the very first things that the doctor says to the mother is that if this baby is unable to breathe by itself, and it comes out with its heart not beating, would you like us to resuscitate your child? Starting off on a very negative note, the mother, she becomes scared. She says, "Of course I want you to resuscitate my child. I want it to stay alive." After the child is born, not an hour goes by except that one doctor after another is coming and telling the parents that, "Look, your child is only born at 3 pounds. It's very tiny and small, the size of your hand. It's not going to survive. You need to be ready for it to die." A second doctor comes in and says, "Your child, it can't breathe by itself. It needs to be hooked up to a machine, so that's what we're going to do." A day passes by, and a third doctor comes in and says, "Look, we've done tests on your baby, and we found 3 blood clots inside of the baby's brain, and we're going to have to do 3 different surgeries on your child. And again, be ready that your child may not survive." So they do the first surgery right away. And at that time, people start to come visit this couple and start to come and visit the baby. The grandparents, the aunts and uncles, the cousins, the nieces and nephews, they all come. And one by one, they keep asking the couple, "Look, is there anything that we can do for you?" And the couple keeps saying that, "Look, you can't do anything for us. All we ask is that you make dua for our baby, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives it life and keeps it healthy." A week goes by, and they do the second surgery. And the second surgery was not as successful. The doctors tell the parents, "Look, more than likely your baby will die in the next 24 hours. It's not going to survive." That very night, the father, he goes home, and he stands up in his place of prayer, and he raises his hands to the sky. He says, "Oh Allah, you know I have no one to help me in this situation except for you. Oh Allah, there's no one that can protect my baby other than you. Oh Allah, there's no one that can grant life to my baby other than you. Oh Allah, there's no one that can cure my baby other than you. I ask you by your majesty, I ask you to show me your miracles in my baby and let my baby stay healthy and be alive." The doctors come the next day and say that Alhamdulillah, the baby is healthy, but you have to be ready that if we perform the third surgery, it's going to grow up mentally slow and physically disabled. And the parents are like, "Doesn't matter, we want to do the third surgery." They do the third surgery, and Alhamdulillah, that too is successful. Now let's jump forward 2.5 years to our present day. That baby girl, she is now healthy. She runs, she walks, she speaks small words, and she doesn't have any disabilities at all. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protected her and saved her and made her healthy. And this is a reminder so that we will have certainty in the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when He says, وَآتَاكُم مِّن كُلِّ مَا سَأَلْتُمُوهُ وَإِن تُعُدُّوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ لَا تُحْصُوهَا. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you each and every single thing that you desire. And if you were to try to count the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you would never be able to do so.